Life path number 2. I don't know what's going to be the message for you today, but this reach you. This is timeless. Uh, just join in, come right in. If you're not a second life path, you're most likely a cross-watcher of a second life path right now. Maybe you're thinking of this second life path, and I'm intentional when it comes to my intuition, so whatever the cards will unravel, it would speak to me directly about something. So let's start with your message for today. What will the mystery unfold today? Second life path. Uh-huh. Beautiful. You're blooming. Second life path, I think you're now in a blooming stage, huh? Summer. Feel summer vibes. I feel you're the summer in the winter. Yeah? People look at you as the lilies. Just so you know, I just remembered that I had lilies here when I approached the new year of 2026 in the Gregorian calendar, and I do miss my lilies, and it's exactly like this, but they're the whites. And I had this card shows 6 buds, okay, 4 blooming and 2 closed. It's a card number 30, right? Oh, journey from you being the second to journey of the 3. What does this mean? Oh, right. Second life path, I think you're focused on rebuilding your values. The four blooming lilies here represent a part of you that is known by people, but there are 2 here. There are 2 buds that remain unbloomed, and we will be looking at the 2 values that you will need to focus on. Right? There are 2 values that you need to focus on at this very moment, so that you can really rebuild yourself. Okay. Now, what are these values? Okay, let's start. Right. Lilies also represent virtue. Right. This is well connected to integrity. Let's see second life path, because I'm just feeling right now that your integrity is on the line. I don't know why. I don't know why integrity is on the line. Oh. Are you walking away from something, second life path? I think you are. You're no longer wanting to say in where you're at. You're planning to leave. This is not a literal move, okay? I'm not talking about that. I think your integrity is questioned because it's something related to a commitment that you're doing. Why do I feel family, second life path? Are you walking away from family? It's just New Year. Okay. But if you're the person who doesn't celebrate New Year in the Gregorian calendar, we're now 2026. Okay. This is technically the 6th of January. 6. And number 6 is connected to 30. Right? 3 times 2, 6. I think there are 2 people you're walking away from. Second life path. Why are you walking away from them? And it's family. I don't know. Looks like also the lilies did speak that maybe the 2 buds here that did not bloom yet are those characters. What were the challenges that surround you in walking away? Why are you now walking away from these 2 people? That's my strong feeling, second life path. Second life path, you're also number 2. That's weird. You're walking away from 2 people. Why? Aha. They don't like your presence. Yeah? My empathy is with you today. These 2 people don't like your presence. That's why you're walking away. You've always been the character of emotional resilience. You did build a throne on water. And 6 of Swords also indicate water. And it's interesting to me because I'm seeing a fish in the background. and the fish here. Are you walking away from Pisces? I think this person in your life, second life path, is a Pisces. They don't, or maybe you're the Pisces, right? You're the Pisces, and that's why they don't like you, because you're a Pisces. You know, you're just being real. Maybe there were truths, yeah. Maybe the reason why your integrity is questioned, number one, because you're starting to bloom some truths. And there are some secrets that are not yet been revealed, right? They're two buds closed. Interesting. What are these truths related about, second life path? What are these truths? Yeah, I wanted to know, Spirit. Forgive my shuffling. I'm really there will be days that I'm really good at shuffling, but just this very moment, I don't know why it's just not cooperating. Second life path, sorry, but okay. So many cards want to fall off. Eight of Wands, Three of Cups, Queen of Swords, Ten of Wands. What the? The reason why they don't like you is because they definitely don't like your fast action. You're trying to resolve something very quick, and these two people are, I don't know if it's just two, but these characters don't agree with the decisiveness that you're showing them. That's number one. Number two, it looks like that they don't see themselves with you in celebrating something. They're envious. You want to bring them in, right? But you're now walking away from this. You know, this was the vision that you had with you and the two other people in your life, second life path, in the family. And now the reason you're walking away is because you walked away because you no longer see this happening. And I feel for you. Number three, they just don't like the direction that you're leading into. Okay? I don't know if these two people in your life, second life path, are highly dependent on you. Now, if you're the cross watcher and if I'm talking as if in behalf of the second life path, why are you doing this to the second life path, huh? If you're the one involved, this person just wants to make sure that everything is taken care of. Everything is well thought of, well planned of. Everything is organized. Everything is clear. And these two people in your life, second life path, I think they don't like this happening. And, Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands, obviously. In the Asian household, we have like a term called breadwinner, so you can look that up. I recently watched a movie about the breadwinner. This was a film in 2024 with Vice Ganda. Okay, I love this person really. The Ten of Wands is just talking about you being a breadwinner. You could have been, you're bringing the bread and the butter literally on the dining table every day. And I think it's time that people are not grateful for the burden that you're carrying on behalf of them. I think those are the two values. Your integrity is questioned because they don't appreciate your decisiveness. They don't appreciate your Pisces character. They don't see you as a collaborator. They see you as they're envious about the success that you're bringing in for the family. Your direction is something that they don't want to be riding with, and so because they could not appreciate these things, you decide to walk away. I wanted to ask Source, Spirit, Creator, Universe, God, and I want to ask my Father too. Baba, if you're with me, my Baba is really, he's so astrological. I would say he's an astrophile. He would send me these messages about Pluto and Saturn and Uranus and Jupiter. Saturn is definitely our planet this year because the fire horse loves discipline. So discipline is the name of the game. Second life path, I think you're coming from a position where, tradition. You're conservative in the past. You're conservative about your choices, right? You're coming from a place where the tradition of our family is no longer working. Yeah, that's why that's why all the four came out. I believe so. Yeah, that's why all these four came out, because you come from a place where you were traditional. You just wanted to make sure that the family is well fed. You're the breadwinner, exactly. You bring the bread and butter, so you want people to know that there is a substantial amount of love in this household, and that was the tradition of your family ever since. I just recalled my father with this. 4 days ago from the recording of this video is the first death anniversary of my father, and because he died January 2, 2025. The thing that I see here is you came from a home where your family is well respected, and you're trying to keep this tradition, but now you're walking away from the very people that you're supposed to grow this family with because they're not willing to keep the tradition. They're not like you. They're not grateful for your effort, They're not grateful of the sacrifices that you've done. If you need a hug, I'm giving you a hug right now. Okay. Second life path, I didn't mean this reading to be emotional. This is what my intuition is telling me as well. The cards are unfolding, You're just the lilies. That's what I said. You're exactly the summer and the winter. Yeah. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Because this is what you're working out in the present. You're exactly the Empress. You're birthing. Right? You're birthing. You're blooming. You're birthing. Look at your wand. You striking that wand, right? Look at you. Yeah. You're holding a staff right here, an emotional staff. You're also carrying the staff of authority, staff of tradition. And you're also the Empress. You're waving this wand. Yeah. I want my family to feel again that they can rely on this family. Beautiful. You're highly reliable. No doubt in my mind. That's one of the things that you're trying to find in yourself again. Because you're walking away from whoever these two characters of your family are. I feel you're in a position where I'm gonna wave my staff. And that's fine. Where are you going exactly in this journey? Right? I want to know second life path. Cross watcher, if you're the beloved family member I'm talking about for the second life path, this might appear straightforward, but that's what the second life path is journeying right now. Ay. I'm so happy for you. You will still build the family again. Look at that. Because you're still like, you're gracing this wand. You have another 3 right here. You have another 3 right here. Look at that. Huh? 4 3s, huh? Angel number, definitely. 333. You and the 2 people in your life, second life path. So divinely appointed. I'm really with you in this journey, second life path. I'm gonna pray for you intensely tonight. Tonight because it's already night. I'm in the Philippines, so look at this. Yeah. You still want them in. You're still giving them the chance. You still want them to feel why you're doing this to begin with. Because what? You're always the Empress. You're the Empress. You're birthing this new renewed identity of family. You're keeping tradition. Thank you for reminding me about that second life path. You know, because that's also one of the things I'm trying to do this year. Since my father died too, I've been finding ways to reconnect with him. And I figured out that my family also needs me more than anything. So, second life path, I'm with you in the journey. Okay? Thank you, universe. You're definitely empowered by the law of reciprocation. Yeah. Whatever you put out comes back to you. For sure. Empress energy. Definitely. Law of reciprocation. Right? Whatever you give, you receive. 10, 100, 1,000, million, billionfold. I think you're not in a place right now that you're scarce. You're coming from a place of abundance. And that's why you're not worried, right? When you walk away, you walking away, even though it hurts you, it's not because it hurts you, because it's just hurting you. You know the importance of the golden rule. The wheel of fortune, the world, those circular things, yeah? Circular things, yeah? Circular. Family is a stronghold. And this just happens to be a similar place of where the Hierophant is. Yeah? In a holy place, you'll see a lot of lilies. 33333. Angel number. Maybe the 2 people as well are life path 33s. I did a reading the previous day of this recording about the life path 33s. If you want to watch that, you'll be amazed. Maybe because they're both life path 33s, they're against you being the number 2. They don't like your soft, feminine guidance. Yeah. This gender neutral still, so regardless if you're a male, a female, whatever, whoever. That's just me speaking to you, second life path. Because people definitely think you're the fire horse. 2026 will be into your favor. Yeah. You're putting out in the open that other people are really exactly you seeing healing the tradition. You're healing the family. Family has an important place of your passion. It keeps you productive. It keeps you building your integrity as a person. You're not the person that is a deceiver. I'm pretty sure of that. If this speaks to you very much, I know you're not a deceiver. You come from a place that is humble, conservative, stable, frugal. You're coming from a place that you can birth anything. Woo! And this is what other people see in you. You're raging on to defend your family. You're raging on to build this family to the brim. And I'm happy you're doing that. You're so afraid that you will lose your family. Bingo. All you hoped is your family will still be there. Yeah? Because the time will come that when you believe that you could no longer give and you will be in a position where you will feel desperate, you still wanted to come back home and feel that this is your fear. The fear of losing your family. This reading is intense. Not gonna lie. Second life path, I'm hugging you right now. Really. Last card. This is the outcome. You will win the battle. You're going to win the battle. You're going to win whatever this is. Right? The Empress in you is going to shine. Definitely, you will be coming in a place where you will meet more wounds. But remind yourself that you're the Empress. Remind yourself that you're the King of Cups. Remember the dream that you have for them. You included. Because you come from a place that you are a valuable person. You will win the battle. Whatever this tribulation you're in about family, you will conquer. You will really conquer it. I'll be generous, I'll give you one advice. From the Animal Guides Tarot. Yeah? Advice! Of course, you need advice. You need to heal your heart. Night again. But this time, it's not the night of fire, right? It's not this fire. This is not what you need. You need air. Huh. Look at those 4 characteristics of the Knight of Air. You're decisive. Look, in your foundation, you're decisive. You're focused. You're focused, right? You're focused. You're driven. You're driven. You are impulsive. The promise of Spirit today is get ready for progress to speed up. Of course. You're speeding up, people are noticing. This situation requires you to choose logic and intellect. Wow. Logic and intellect. Over emotion and make your decisions quickly. Beautiful. Thank you for staying all the way through the end of the video. It must resonate. If it did, leave a like. Make this a safe space. Comment down in this video any prayer that you want me to pray for you, Second Life Path. Or if you're a cross-watcher seeing a Second Life Path struggling, or if you're the family member I'm talking about, leave your prayers. Comment it. Please continue to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share this video. And then again, this is Luigi of Cornerstone Tarot, and I wish you all the best.